Good evening. So my arm's been getting tired holding the camera, and I realized I had you all pulled right into my space. So I got out the tripod. Oh, here's Leona. Welcome, kitty. We're going to try a tripod tonight while we record Active Parenting First 5 Years. We are in the middle of week 4. This is the 2017 edition. Parents Guidebook. Did we talk about the importance of sleep? They added a section about the importance of sleep. No, I don't think we're there yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry about the waste of time here. Middle of week 5. That's what I had wrong. Page 90. Giving choices and consequences. So sometimes discipline has felt like a bad word to some of us. Oh, Leona. But actually the root word of discipline is disciple, as in mentoring. So guiding and mentoring, disciplining our little ones. We want to help children learn how to behave in positive ways. This may mean helping your child who has lots of energy to learn not to run indoors. Or it could be helping a child who does not follow rules well to learn how to follow them. It could mean taking time to teach children respectful words and how to be polite to others. How to do all this? We can use the methods. Alright, I feel like I did read that. Can you discipline a baby? No, not till they're about 2. Well, I don't even know if 2-year-olds can be guided very much. Some. They can learn to potty train, so yeah, they can be trained. I watched a friend once. Here's a story I wrote in the margin on page 101 about calming tantrums. I watched a friend once send her disappointed 3 or 4-year-old out to sit on the picnic table because he wanted to go with his uncle and Mama had said no. So he was crying. And she went out in a minute or two and picked him up and held him and told him, she held him on her lap in her arms, and she said, you can cry, you can be disappointed, but you may not hit Mommy, you may not scream at Mommy, you may not call Mommy names. And she held him a few minutes and allowed him to sit at the picnic table for 1 minute for each year he was old. So I believe he was a 4-year-old. She sat him there for 4 minutes alone after she held him firmly and talked with him. And I thought that was such a beautiful example of guiding a little one. Okay, tantrums, page 100. Power struggles, sometimes called. When a young child wants something he cannot have, or wants to do something he cannot do, or just generally feels bad and doesn't know how to feel better, he can become frustrated. And this feeling of frustration can turn into anger. From about 18 months to 4 years old, it's a natural time of the brain learning how to manage these sorts of feelings. So sometimes it can be a tempestuous time. They can also learn rapidly during this period. So instead of calling it terrible twos, my mother always called it the teachable twos. Young children do not have much experience yet with handling anger, so they can sometimes yell and cry. They might even throw things or fall onto the floor and begin to kick their feet. We call this having a tantrum. Many children have tantrums during their growing up. It is a way of expressing anger. Sometimes this can become a way of manipulating mom and dad to get their own way, to get what they want. Babies cry when they hurt or need something. It is good for parents to respond to a baby crying and to give them what they need. But when babies grow into toddlers, we need to begin to teach them how to take care of some of their own needs. They also need to begin learning how to manage their own frustrations. For example, a child who has a tantrum because she cannot have something she wants in the grocery market might have her parents become frustrated with the crying and give her whatever she wants. What do you think the child learns when this happens? She learns that tantrums are a good way to get what she wants. And she learns to use anger and tantrums to get more of what she wants. So it becomes a cycle. You don't get what you want, you become frustrated, you act out anger and temper. The temper turns into a whole tantrum, and tantrums sometimes become violence. Some babies try to scare their mother by banging their head on the wall or the floor, or using their own fist against their face. Stay calm, ignore it. They'll get some bruises, but they're unlikely to cause lasting damage if you ignore it. We do want to avoid sending a message to our children that it's okay to use temper or violence at all to get their own way. We want to teach them better ways to handle problems they face. Your child will learn from what you do more than what you say. So if you want to teach your child to solve problems without using violence, you have to set a good example. That means managing your own anger without violent methods. It means using nonviolent tone of voice, nonviolent words, and nonviolent discipline skills when handling your child. It means teaching a child other ways to manage anger, such as going to a quiet corner where they feel safe, using some of the mindfulness tools we talked about earlier, such as taking deep, slow breaths in through your nose and exhaling by blowing out through your lips. You could solve some problems. You might be able to find good ways to get what you want. Accept that there are times that you cannot have what you want. Show a child he can choose to replace the anger he feels with a willing acceptance. And if you like, you can explore the mind, spirit, body way that God has created us. And look at each section of that. Find an alternative. Remember the ACT ACT method? Accept feelings, communicate, and target a positive choice. Be patient. And you'll need to repeat things over and over again. There is a verse in Deuteronomy that says, line upon line, precept upon precept, there a little, here little. This is the way to walk with children. This is a time when we must begin teaching a child to manage emotions and solve problems. Remember to be gentle with yourself, too. It's easy to beat on yourself when things go wrong. Note that this can take a year or longer with some children. With tantrums, stay especially calm. If you ever get angry, the child will learn to copy you. They mirror and model exceptionally quickly. So they'll do the same thing you do in distress. You might need to walk away in order to hide your anxiety. Stay calm. Stay calm. Speak lower rather than louder. Think about what is happening. Help your child to become calm. Lead him to calmness within and externally in actions and behavior. There are many ways to help children calm down and to learn how to calm themselves. You'll have to practice and try different ways to learn what works best for each individual child. Remember that some children respond well, and adults respond well, to deep pressure weighted blankets or pets. Sometimes a simulation of a cave, putting a blanket over a small table or several chairs, or making a tent can create a safe space for them. Look into having some sensory tubs with tactile things, feeling things, fabrics and different textures, sand. Do not ignore a tantrum, but don't participate. Don't sit right in their space. Sit enough away that they don't feel agitated. If your child begins to be a danger to herself or others, place her in a place where she can flail without damaging too many things and step away. Pretend you are a sailboat. When you step back, it takes the wind out of their sails. It means you don't have to fight with the storm, nor do you have to give in. Are you done yet? In a flat tone of voice might be a thing you could say. You could repeat, I cannot talk to you when you are crying and screaming. When you are finished, we will talk about it. Use a gentle tone of voice and speak low and slow. Be soothing. Be understanding. You might say, it is okay. I know. You're going to be all right. I'm here with you. If the child wants you to, you can hold her gently while you talk. Hold her with gentle arms until she's quieted. Important. This only is helpful if you're also hugging your child and caressing her and holding her at other times when she's happy also. Is it only when she's tantruming that you cuddle? Then she will have to invent tantrums to be cuddled. Having hugs and kisses and affection. If the child is indeed a danger to herself or another person, you can restrain her firmly, but not roughly, using your arms. Hold her against yourself, her back to your belly, and speak lowly and slowly in her ear. You can say things like the following. You are safe here. It's okay. Take some deep breaths. When you calm yourself down, we can talk about how to get what you want. I don't want you to hurt yourself, so when you calm yourself down, I can let you down. Do not give your child the item or privilege that she's wanting, even if she screams for 45 minutes. This teaches her she needs to have a tantrum to get her way. Wait until she's finished, or Work with him to calm him down. Remember step 3 of ACT ACT. Target a positive choice. You can say, "You cannot have a cookie now. It's almost time for dinner. But you can have a cracker or cheese." Give a choice and a consequence. When possible, allow your child to have the tantrum wherever she is when it starts. Walk away, but stay close enough so that you can keep one eye on her and make sure she is safe. Sometimes you cannot just allow it to happen. Your child may be having a tantrum in front of other people. This can be an embarrassment to a parent. But try to remember it's not about you and your reputation. In this situation, give your child a choice. Say, either take some deep breaths and calm down immediately, or we will go to another room to scream. If she chooses not to try to calm down, you pick her up and carry her to a separate room. If you are at the store, take her outside the store until she is calm. If you have a car, you might put her in the car seat and sit quietly in the other seat for a few minutes. Then ask her, "Are you ready to be calm?" and go back inside. Most children will be calm now. If she's not, wait a few more minutes and try again. With special needs children or spirited temperaments, we have more extreme tantrums. It's more like a meltdown as their brains become flooded with emotion and they cannot think clearly. These meltdowns can last hours unless someone works with the child to help them calm down. If you think this sounds like your child, here are some things to keep in mind. 1, if you can learn what starts these tantrums, you can take steps to prevent triggers. 2, teach your child some mindfulness exercises, how to self-calm. The best time to do teaching is when your child is calm already. For more help with spirited children, you can find Dr. Popkin's book, Taming the Spirited Child. It's available on Active Parenting or used copies on Amazon. I have several of them if you need one at the Pregnancy Care Center of Wayne County, Ohio. Additional tips to avoid tantrums. Make sure your child is getting plenty of sleep. If she is tired, she will have tantrums more frequently. For example, if your child is tired and you have to go shopping with her, you're going to need to make sure she can nap before you go away from home. 2, make sure your child is eating healthy foods. Often, children can start tantruming when they're thirsty or hungry and don't know how to say that. Pack healthy snacks when you need to leave home. Some children are sensitive to sugars and other foods, so pay attention to how your child is reacting. I read recently on a toddler group on Facebook that some parents with dairy-sensitive children were having unending crying. And when they removed dairy from the child's diet, the crying dissipated. So that's something to consider. You can cut out or reduce foods that seem to be causing problems. Step 3, let your children do things along with you. If your child is interested, your child is interested in many different things. If you go to the store, see if they can help you. You can put her in charge of placing food cartons into the cart if she's tall enough. Talk with her as you go, asking questions and giving her something to do while you are shopping. Find things your child can do in the home. Find things that are not too hard. for her to help with. If she's too young to button a shirt, you might look for shirts with larger buttons or get snaps on her clothes. She can't use the stove, of course, but there's other things she can help you get out ingredients while you're mixing and things. One mom made sure that the butter and things for brownies that she planned to make were near the front of the fridge, and then her 3-year-old could help her get out the ingredients to mix the brownies. When your child goes away from home with you, bring along something fun to do in the car, such as a coloring book and crayons or some small toys. You can sing songs together while you're driving or waiting. There are some games you can play together. Use the ACT method to help her find other good things to do. If she wants something she cannot have, help her find a choice she can have before the tantrum begins. Take some deep breaths together. When you see her beginning to lose it, you can say, "I'm starting to feel frustrated. I think I need to take some deep breaths. Mom needs help. Oh, Mom needs a nap. Mom needs to calm down. Can you help me?" Now the two of you are in the same boat, and it's easier for her to go along with you. You can allow your child to use your calm down jar or you can make one of his own, using an empty Gatorade bottle so it doesn't get broken. You can get a mechanical kitchen timer so that he can listen to it ticking down. Use about 1 minute per year of age and add 5 minutes when they throw things or smack you. I read somewhere not to exceed a 15-minute sit down. I'm not sure how that works, but it gets ridiculous if you have someone in timeout for 40 or 50 minutes. Don't do that if you can find a way around it. Okay, this is a mindful moment. I'm not sure. I've been skipping this because I don't quite understand it. I think it's something perhaps from yoga. Oh, here it says, the loving kindness meditation is based on work by Gil Fronsdal and his book, The Issue at Hand, Insight Meditation Center. Handling tantrums can be extremely stressful. In order to successfully help your child through a tantrum, you need to remain calm yourself. Mindfulness can be a real gift to yourself in times like this. The mindfulness exercise for this chapter is a type of meditation. That means you will sit quietly and focus all of your thoughts and attention on one thing. In this case, the thing you will focus on is a set of phrases called loving kindness. Like our previous mindful moments, this one is designed to help calm your mind and let go of worries you sometimes hang on to without even realizing. You can also look up progressive muscle relaxation on YouTube or Google it for articles about it. Sitting in a chair or on the floor with your hands resting calmly in your lap, try to relax. Start with some breathing. You can use square breathing, tapping, or patterns to trace. Take a long, slow breath through your nose. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill your lungs completely. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Oh, that was holding it for a few seconds. Now gradually exhale to the count of 4 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blowing out through your mouth, emptying your lungs completely. Wait while counting 1, 2, 3, 4 for a pause. Then intake slowly to the count of 4 again. Let go of any concerns or preoccupations in your mind for now. For a few moments, simply picture or imagine the breath that's moving in through your chest and out through your mouth. First, you will practice loving kindness upon yourself. It's hard to love other people without first loving myself. Sitting quietly, repeat the following phrases slowly and steadily. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. Now, think of one of your children or your partner and another member of your family. Slowly repeat phrases of loving kindness towards those individuals. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Think of someone in your life who has cared deeply for you. Repeat phrases of loving kindness toward those persons. May you, and you can use their personal name. May you, Leona, be happy. May Leona be well. May Leona be safe. May Leona be peaceful and at ease. Think of additional friends, neighbors, acquaintances, your pets, and even strangers, anyone you wish to include, and repeat the phrases of loving kindness toward each individual. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Finally, think of some person who causes you trouble or pain, someone you have to struggle to love, to get along with, or even to like. Use similar phrases, repeating them over and over toward such a person. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. As you move through the exercise, you will find some difficult feelings like sadness and anger rising up. Don't beat on yourself or judge yourself to condemnation with these feelings. Just try to direct some loving kindness toward such difficult feelings as well. May my feelings be happy. May my feelings be well. May my feelings be safe. May my feelings be peaceful and at ease. All right, the next section begins week 6 meeting at the Pregnancy Care Center, encouraging your child. So, of all the powerful skills you have, the most powerful is your ability to encourage your child. And I'm going to take a break there. Thank you for joining me for this reading of Active Parenting, the First 5 Years.